Today we are trading our tropical paradise for something completely different. As a senior electrical design engineer, I'm heading to Shenyang, China, not for leisure this time, but for business. And trust me, sometimes the best adventures happen when you least expect them. The journey from Manila to Shenyang isn't your typical direct flight. We are looking at about 6 to 8 hours of travel time with connections, usually through Guangzhou or Shanghai. But here's the thing about business travel. It gives you a unique perspective on destinations that most tourists never experience. And here we now are leaving at the Shenyang Daoyi International Airport. First impressions? This place is impressively modern, clean lines, efficient design, and surprisingly spacious. It's not as massive as Beijing capital, but it has this purposeful, no-nonsense feel that immediately tells you, this is a working city. The signage is bilingual, which is a lifesaver for international business travelers. Immigration was surprisingly smooth. The staff here are clearly used to handling international business visitors. Pro tip: have your business invitation letter ready, even though they didn't ask for mine this time. Now, here's where the real adventure begins. My destination, Daoyi Economic Development Zone in Shenyang New District. For those keeping track, that's about 40 kilometers northeast of the city center. Think of it as Shenyang's answer to Silicon Valley, but for manufacturing and high-tech industry. And we're off. The first thing that strikes at Shenyang Airport isn't the buildings or the infrastructure, it's the space. Coming from Metro Manila, where every inch is utilized, this feels almost surreal. Look at these roads, 6 lanes, perfectly paved, and here's the kicker, barely any traffic. It's 2 p.m. on a weekday, and we are cruising at speeds that would make Manila drivers weep with envy. This is what happens when urban planning meets available land and serious investment in infrastructure. We are passing through what locals call the New Shenyang, massive industrial parks, logistics centers, and manufacturing facilities that seem to stretch to the horizon. This isn't the Shenyang of history textbooks. This is 21st century China in full display. But here's what surprises me most: the trees. Miles and miles of trees. This road to Shenyang New District is lined with what appears to be a carefully planned green corridor. Poplar trees, pine trees, creating this natural tunnel effect that's both beautiful and functional. You know what's fascinating about this journey? It's showing me a side of China that doesn't make it into typical travel shows. This isn't the Great Wall or the Forbidden City, this is modern China's commitment to sustainable industrial development. These aren't random trees. This is environmental planning on a massive scale. The local government has clearly invested in creating green corridors that serve multiple purposes: air purification, temperature regulation, and let's be honest, making this industrial corridor actually pleasant to drive through. The contrast is remarkable. One moment we are surrounded by this green tunnel of trees, the next we are passing modern industrial facilities that look like they belong in a sci-fi movie. This is China's approach to industrial development in the 2020s, efficiency meets environmental consciousness. The hotels here aren't your typical tourist accommodations. They're designed for business travelers, international delegations, and engineers like myself who come here to collaborate on projects that will eventually impact global supply chains. After this 45-minute journey from the airport, I'm struck by how this experience challenges preconceptions. This isn't the China of crowded streets and ancient temples, though those exist and are wonderful. This is industrial China, efficient China, and surprisingly, green China. The road to innovation, it turns out, is literally lined with trees, efficiently designed, and surprisingly peaceful. Sometimes the best travel experiences aren't about tourist destinations, they're about understanding how the world actually works. Tomorrow, the real work begins. But tonight, I'm reflecting on how this simple airport-to-hotel journey has already broadened my perspective on modern China. Until next time, keep exploring, even when it's for business.